Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick comparison between the Hosim X16 and the Haiboxing 903A. These are about the same price. They're both budget brushless trucks. So let's take a look at these. So the Hosim X16 does not come with oil-filled shocks. Mine has them on there. I got this from Adam's Playground. He had already upgraded it to oil-filled shocks. So that's a win, I guess. Mine has it, but typically it would not come with those. Now, underneath the body, you have a decent-sized battery tray, 3 kilogram servo, 45 amp ESC, and a outrunner motor. A bit different than most RC bashers with an outrunner motor. You have plastic drive shafts in the front and rear, metal steering linkages, working headlights. Yeah, that pretty much covers this. You can see there's a reinforced chassis with it having the it has a honeycomb chassis, metal skid plate on the bottom. Nothing too crazy. Let's look at that Haiboxing. All right, so with the 903A, it actually comes with oil-filled shocks. So that's super nice. I did reinforce my body because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot more with this. So I got it's just some duct tape. But it comes with these oil-filled shocks. It has, I think it's a 45 amp ESC also. I don't know. It just says 2S input, but from what I'm told, you could run it on 3S. Brushless motor with a heatsink, fan. I don't know how many kilogram servo. It does have a metal drivetrain all throughout. No adjustable links or anything like that. So you could kind of see why I feel like these would be a good comparison on 2S. Very, very similar in the sense of they're the same size truck, both brushless, both around the same price. I'm charging up a second CNHL 1100 milliamp battery right now, and then we're going to go do a little test between the two, see which one I think is better. And if you are interested in either of these, I will link it in the video description. Starting off with a speed run from the Haiboxing. It is picking up, so that's good. I gotta get this straight. It's not perfectly straight, but it will be close enough, I think. Let's see how we go. Okay. It's not screaming, but I'm not expecting it to. Again, it's 2S. Not bad. I want to get maybe one more good run in here. It's hard to do because I have gloves on, but it's 20 degrees outside. All right, let's see what we got. Twenty-five point six miles an hour on 2S? That's pretty quick. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm just gonna drive her in the grass for a minute, see how she does. Dude, this thing, it almost seems faster in grass. Jeez. Ooh, can wheelie. Dude. For 2S? That's pretty good for 2S. Look at that. That is awesome. I'm happy with this. First time driving it. You know, one of the lights is shot, it looks like, or maybe it just fell out, because I do see a light going. It handles really well. Like, it turns well, you know what I mean? It powers through it, it's not rolling. Some of these 1/12 scales will just flip. Almost did, but it caught itself. Dude, this is nice. Oh man, this is nice. What a little beast. Dang, this is fun. Oh, flipped it that time. Yeah, I just think one of the lights is falling out the back. You can see there, not a big deal. Oh man. This thing's a blast. I can't wait to try this on 3S. If it's this fun on 2S, come on. 3S is gonna be unreal. All right, let's switch it over. All right, we got the X16 going. I reset the GPS, it's picking up. Oh, it is pulling. I gotta be careful with this truck because I've broken it twice. I'm gonna try not to let that judge or impact my review here. That seems a lot slower. Maybe like 19. I gotta try for one more pass. Full throttle. Yeah, that seems slower. Less traction though. Kind of interesting how that works. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, 22.8. Even though it's felt a lot slower, that's still not that bad. 22.8, the other one was 25.6. 3 mile an hour difference. That's not terrible. Like I said though, the traction is noticeably better with the Haiboxing right away. But let's see how it does off-road. Yeah, it definitely seems to do better in the grass. It's shining out here. But the Haiboxing did too, to be honest. It doesn't look like the wheelie bar is necessary on this truck. At least not in 2S. And honestly, I don't think I could handle 3S. I mean, it's fun. It's ripping. Look at that, dozen donuts. Wasn't even trying to. But like, it's cruising along. It screams. It's super lightweight, so even with the oil-filled shocks, it's pretty bouncy. I mean, I guess they both were. The Haiboxing was bouncing around quite a bit. Which one do I think is better? I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm not getting a wheelie. It's still fun though. Whoops. Look down for a second. Did that. Oh. So between the Hosim X16 and the Haiboxing 903A, which, you know, you might be able to find one of them cheaper than the other depending on sales and all that stuff, but they're both priced reasonably well, or reasonably similar. They both look good in my opinion, but I think the Haiboxing takes the cake. Comes with oil-filled shocks. This one comes with friction shocks. You know, it's got, I mean, they're both fun. Don't get me wrong. They're both the same size. I just think the Haiboxing's better. I really do. You know, I think Haiboxing, now that I've done a lot of budget stuff, DRC, Bezgar, Haiboxing, Hosim, I think Haiboxing is the budget king. I really, really do. It's a great truck. Not that either of these is bad, but if you're trying to decide and you're not sure, personally, I'd go with the Haiboxing. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you soon. Peace.